Hi! Oh my gosh. Happy Wednesday. There was yelling, like immediately preceding this. Hi. How was your Wednesday? Why is that tearing? Something bad is happening. I hope it's... Hang on, let me try a thing really quick. File. Restore. Huh? Yay! Yay! Connection. Connect. There we go. Hopefully that fixes the tearing that just happened. Hi, Colton. How are you? He says, hey, Katie. Hey, Louise. Hey, everyone. Are we officially out of the drug-induced diarrhea weeks to months window, or is that still a possibility? I don't know. It depends on what they meant by months. Whoa. Why did that get so tiny?
Wow, Kate. I am so sorry you have had to deal with me for 42 months, 183 weeks, 30,660 hours, 1,839,600 minutes, and 25 million seconds.
You did that math, huh?
Wow. Scuba Steve. Darn you.
That's a lot of math, man. She didn't even read all the Scuba Steve darn yous. Scuba Steve, thank you so much for your resub. Where's your board? Good gravy. It's right here. I just can't pull it out. Bam! Thank you so much for your 42-month resub. That's a really long time to be subscribed to a channel that is essentially just a stay-at-home mom from Indiana cleaning out the fridge prior to vacation. So I appreciate you. You're an awesome egg. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. How have you guys been? We had a nice day today weather-wise. It was like 75 degrees out, but it was super, super windy, so it wasn't like super warm. It was nice. I'm okay. Are you okay? I'm okay. Bare shoulders and Luis's butt. The Redditors will be scandalized. I'm sorry. Is this too much? Have I crossed over into like slutty ASMR streamer territory? Because I have another tank top that has slightly smaller sleeves, just a little bit like thinner. It's not spaghetti strap, but it's like getting there. And like I want to be able to wear that this summer, but I also don't want you guys to lose your minds. So let me know if this is causing you to sin. And you have to avoid the near occasion of it by leaving. Hi, Jamie Twin A. How are you? To be fair, when I stop and think about how we are the best that evolution was able to get so far, I get a little depressed myself. Wait. Hold on. I made my evolution TA think that I was potentially suicidal on accident. We had a talk. Hate when that happens. Yeah, we're not doing great as a species, are we, Max? Jeez, I feel like we could do better. The channel is like Seinfeld with just one kitchen set and no Kramer. This channel, just one kitchen set, no Kramer. Yeah, but we also don't have a diner. We need a diner is what I'm saying. Totally rating and depressing here. Oh, man, that was yesterday. Yesterday, I was like, I don't even think I can go, like, do anything. I was so bummed by how cold it was yesterday. You are still a reluctant, sexy ASMR streamer vibes. It's fine. Wait. Reluctantly sexy or reluctantly ASMR? I have questions. Also, I feel like I'm getting a bit of a cold, and that's not great because I'm going into vacation. Like it could also be that it keeps changing temperatures drastically. Like I said, today was 75. Yesterday's high was 33, I think, or 35, something in that range. Mortal!
I don't know about you, but I've been here 22. Everything will be all right. I guess I just keep sub to you.
I don't know about you, but I've been here 22. Everything will be alright if I just stay sub to you. You don't know about me, cause I live in an igloo. That was what we called houses in the suburbs in Indiana. Okay, there we go. Thank you, Mortal. I appreciate you. You are an awesome egg. Hello. Waiting for the rain to arrive here. High gust wind gusts all day. Ugh. Yeah, the weather keeps changing violently. I'm going to kill that thing. I'm going to kill it. I'm going to set it directly on fire. Why are you doing this to me? I had you connect. Connections. ATEM setup. Hold on. Give me just 1 second. Mini connection. You. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay, you better be fixed now. Okay. Yeah, the weather just keeps changing a lot, and so like there's a lot of dry air and then throatiness, and it's just a whole thing. Jamie 20.
Insert funny statement here. Sorry, I got nothing.
I don't know. You should just really lean into the whole not knowing what to say. Leaning. I don't know. I got nothing. Jamie, where is your board? Hitman, H.I., Idle Thought, Infamous, Jeremy, you gotta be around here somewhere. Hawk, that's out of order. Hexadonut, also out of order. Kuro, Jimmy, Cad, Kelsey. These are Kiwi, who's not really here. And then there's Tennis Guru for no good reason. Oh, crap. Jamie, where is your board? Do you suppose one of the kids put it under twin? Because I don't know where they would have put it, actually. Because yours says something weird on it. And so it would probably confuse small children. Ooh, Ricardosa's is shoved back here. C. Moran, Riddle Nerd. There's Expanding. Oh, there it is. Jamie Twin A. Oh my gosh, everything's out of order, and there's some sort of like nail pushing doohickey. Jamie Twin A! Thank you so much for your resub, you awesome egg. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Hi, Mary. What were you doing upstairs?
Helping you bring all the bottles down
Oh,
to wash them.
bringing down
She's got her
bottles.
bow staff.
As one does. How are you?
Hello. Immortal.
There you go. Sure, it was the kids. It was not the kids. It was totally my fault that time.
Hey, Panda.
Hey,
Jamie.
Jamie. Mary, can I give you a quest?
Ow.
Oh, jeez. It's not slay your father. Different quest.
Hey, Scuba.
Could you go in search of a diet
Hey,
Dr.
Ricardoso.
Pepper for your mommy?
Hey, Max. Hey, Barry.
Go. She's effective with that
Yeah,
thing.
I
She
know.
almost killed a guy. Did y'all hear that Bruce Willis is retiring from acting? I was just talking about Bruce Willis the other day. Like, we were listening to 90s music in the car, as I tend to do on the way to school, because I really like to embarrass my children by pulling up to the school blasting 90s Aerosmith as loud as possible. So we were listening to that I Don't Want to Miss a Thing song, right? And as I was telling Maggie, like, this incredibly, like, dramatic power ballad comes from a movie where there's a meteor hurtling toward Earth, and the only person who can save us is Bruce Willis and his gang of roughneck oil drillers. Question mark? And we all just went along with that because it was 1997, and that's what we went with. Bruce Willis retired from acting 10 years ago, but kept making movies. Well, sure. Friends Happy Wednesday. Really misread that, Hannah, as Happy Friday Friends. And then I was like, what? And then I reread it. It was like Wednesday, Friday Friends. And I was like, what? And then, like, all in the span of the amount of time it took me to read that and begin this sentence was me trying to figure out if you get off work on Wednesday and your weekend is Thursday, Friday. He's retiring. But I phrased it as retiring from acting myself. Google the phrase geezer teaser if you really want to get the joke. I feel like the things I would see upon Googling geezer teaser
That sounds
be
inappropriate.
very not safe for work. Not 1997. Armageddon was released in 98. I was close. It was while I was in middle school. I remember the poster of Armageddon on the wall next to the ones that I tore out from YM magazine of Ben Affleck next to him in the bedroom of my trailer.
What did
Where I
YM stand for? Young Maiden?
Young and Modern.
Oh,
Young and Modern magazine. Because I am both young and modern.
right.
It was basically just an entire magazine full of embarrassing stories about getting your period in front of boys.
Great.
And how to pick out the best mocha shade of lip gloss.
Hey, Hannah.
In the 90s, everybody was
Oh,
wearing mocha
you guys
lip
not feeling
gloss.
any better? Oh, Con Air is such a good movie.
Oh, Con Air was a great movie. Men in Black, you're right. Yeah. 1994, I think, was Independence Day, right?
I don't know.
No, that was in middle school too, wasn't it? No, 95. It was right before middle school?
Those were golden days of...
Same search as hot dust shutters. What? I don't want to look at that either. 96 is 94. Okay. I was going to say, most of my memories of movies have to do with like where I saw them in my life while I was in middle school, and my middle school years thankfully align with the age. I started 6th grade in 96, I started 7th grade in 97, I started 8th grade in 98. So it was really, really clean for me. And then I graduated high school in 2002 because I graduated early. How's your weight tree? Colton wants to know. Colton wants to know how your weight tree is.
Oh, it's great. I just didn't have the energy to work out earlier.
We're feeling a little tiny bit sick, so if you're the praying type, you should definitely pray for us that we don't stay sick going into Disney World. Like, we're not like massive sick. We just kind of run down that like weather change goofiness kind of sick. I don't love it. It's probably safe. It's a term for movies that feature actors who used to be popular and then only use them for a few minutes in the entire movie. Old geezers see the movie poster and say, oh, a Bruce Willis or whoever movie. I love that guy, and watch it. It's a remarkably effective gimmick. What was Grumpy Old Men? Was that? But no, because they're in the whole movie.
Oh, that's a geezer pleaser.
Geezer pleaser.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. That's cute. Drink OJ. I don't have any, and I do have, what's that stuff called? Vitamin C, which is the same concept but with less sugar. We are just making pizza. I'm so sorry if you're disappointed in the content this week, but I have 2 giant bags of mozzarella provolone cheese in there, and really that's pizza cheese, so we're just making pizza tonight. I started a sourdough loaf, what's that called?
Pizza dough?
What kind of pizza dough?
Sourdough?
Detroit pizza. A sourdough Detroit style dough yesterday, and now it's back there. Elaine's been moved to the fridge after I fed her, and she bubbled up, so I put her in the fridge so that we can go on vacation without her dying. I'll probably feed her once before we leave. But I just didn't want to risk it, you know? Anywho. Oh, and I got my book today! Okay, I have a couple of books that I'm reading right now that I'm really excited about, and most of you won't care about them, but can I tell you about them anyway because I'm excited about it? Go with yes. Say yes, right?
I'm gonna let Mary play with the kids outside for a little bit. I'll be right back.
Feel free to not care about what I'm saying and to completely tune out. But if you have a Catholic lady in your life or a literature-loving lady in your life, you might want to hit up this one. Reveal the Gift by Lisa Cotter. Living the Feminine Genius is the first book that I have seen that's not patronizing as hell to women. There's this current book that's out right now that is sort of like a train wreck called Ask Your Husband. That's supposed to be about like Catholic womanhood or Catholic femininity, and it's called Ask Your Husband. And most of us read it and go, ugh. I haven't actually read it, but like I read the parts that you can read online without actually buying the book, and it was like, ugh. But Lisa Cotter seems to be an actual person who actually seems to like women, which is kind of cool. And she's writing this whole thing, and one of the things I liked about it is that like she doesn't try to come at it from the like the complementarity thing that people always talk about. We've got like women, like men will go and protect the household, and women will nurture. That's usually the dichotomy that it's put up against, and it's very patronizing and annoying. Whereas Lisa Cotter comes at it and says, no, I mean, there is a duality there, but like we both have protective natures. But if somebody breaks into the house, my husband's going to grab whatever seems most weapon-like. Max could probably help you there, corkscrew, ? And run for the bad guy if somebody breaks in, and I will go and protect our children. Like, we're both going to protect, we're just going to do it differently. Anyway, she's just really, like, she doesn't seem to think that we're all idiots, and she's actually read John Paul II as opposed to just, like, giving you the same stupid garbage that you hear all the time. So it's really good. I'm only a couple chapters in, but it's very good, and I like it a lot. So far. Hi, Ruby's and yes. Hi, Grumpy Old Man. Did you hear about the Chinese restaurant that was vandalized? It was an act of wanton destruction. Oh my gosh, I love you. I was just about to type corkscrew, get out of my head. I knew it! I knew you were thinking that. I'm so glad. Yeah, you're a big time streamer and we can't stop. That's true. You can't stop me. The other one I haven't read yet. It just came today and I'm really, really excited about it. My friend Haley Stewart wrote this. She's not really my friend. She's my Twitter friend. I don't actually know her in real life. If she ever met me on the street and I was like, oh my gosh, it's Haley Stewart, she'd be like, I don't even know who you are. I'd be like, remember that one time I said hi to you on Twitter? And she's like, all right, cool. Anyway, she wrote this book about Jane Austen's Genius Guide to Life, which is basically like how you can apply things about friendship and virtue and things like that to your life. It looks really good. I haven't gotten to start it at all, but she wrote another book that I really love called The Grace of Enough, which was this whole story about her family went to go live on this farm that's a lot like the farm that Do you remember that Zach was talking about where he met his wife on a... Did he tell us that? He met his wife on this farm that, like, serves people who... It's like a food justice type farm. Anyway, she went to live on one of those while her husband, like, learned some skills. And so she had to live in this tiny 600, I think, square foot house with a composting toilet that she had to potty train her kids on. And it's this incredibly interesting story about, like, knowing your food and where it comes from and having a good relationship with the earth and things like that. It's very Laudato Si, very cool. And I liked it a lot, and I thought she was awesome. And also she likes the same authors that I do. So I just got this in the mail today, and I'm going to read it while I'm on vacation, and you should check it out. Haley Stewart's Jane Austen's Genius Guide to Life. There you go. Somebody should clip that so that I can show it to Haley and be like, now let's be real friends, KK. That would be fun. You talk really quick. I do. I was about to type corkscrew. Already read that. You can bring her to Disney and say that she's an emotional support starter. Oh, Elaine is my emotional support starter? I agree with that assertion. I agree with it. I'm happy about that. Okay. Like, if you can have an emotional support ferret, for the love of God, I can have an emotional support starter. She has many, many cultures. She's a cultured sponge... In a related, really stupid joke situation that's not stupid because I didn't make it. I thought it was hilarious. My second peony came up yesterday. I noticed it yesterday evening. So my first peony always had little like stubs above the ground and it had started getting buds off of it. But my second peony was not visible above the ground, and I was worried that it wasn't going to come back because I kind of buried it. I put additional dirt on it at the end of the season last year to sort of insulate it, and also because the dirt had settled a lot and it needed more because it's in a garden, like a raised bed. Anyway, I was worried that it hadn't come back yet, and then I saw it come above the surface yesterday, and I was really, really hype about it, so I posted that it had come up on Twitter. I said, my second peony plant is coming back, and... Our good friend Jeremy, Pride of Detroit, said John Pianicini, which is now the peony's name. In case you're in a position to need to know that, John Pianicini is the peony's name. I'm very excited. We're leaving in 4 days. I did so much laundry today that I didn't fold. So, like, do you ever do that where you just, like, stack the laundry into the dryer and it was, like, sort of a half load to begin with, and your dryer's bigger than your washer as it is, so you stuff the load on top of the second load. That's where I'm at right now. Okay. I don't have a recipe. I'm looking over here trying to find my recipe, and I don't have one. Don't apply to be her personal transcriber. I wouldn't. Good Lord, do you imagine? I know that they have a closed captioning system, and honestly, I probably should put it on because I like the accessibility of it, but Jiminy Cricket. Hey, Cheese! How are you, my beautiful, wonderful friend? I always feel embarrassed when I make pizza in front of you, but in case you guys really like pizza, Cheese Pizza is the master of pizza. You should definitely follow him and watch what he does. My sourdough Detroit style that I made today is sort of ripped off from his. I mean, like, I learned to make his, and then I copied my sourdough based on the consistency of his. Like, I made it alongside it so that I could, like, make sure that mine came out the same approximate consistency in order to make it work. And so I am very, very proud to know him, and I would have absolutely no knowledge or ability when it comes to pizza if it wasn't for Cheese. So there you go. Please don't. But I am. We have 5 laundry hampers that migrate upstairs and glare at us while watching TV. We watch TV in the evenings. Oh, I hate when that happens. They become sentient and start judging you. It's the worst. She scienced and she won. I scienced and I won! Imagine pizza without cheese. Don't, actually. It's terrible. Have any of you played Overcooked? The first one? Howdy, Cadmus. Cadmus! For some reason, I was thinking that I was driving past Cadmus's house, but I'm not. So I was like, maybe I can stop and see Cadmus. Nope. Thank you very much for the shout out, Ricardo. So you're a good egg. I appreciate you. Bonfire. Without cheese, there would be no pizza. I agree. Howdy. Hello. I'm on... Okay, so I'm refusing to move on in levels for Overcooked until I've gotten 3 stars on the previous level. And so I'm spending a lot of time angry and swearing. It's not good content. You don't want to watch it. But I'm on episode 2, or level 2-1. if you're familiar with it, you're in a big square kitchen with 2 long islands up the front, and the cutting boards are in the middle, and the cooking things are on the side, and the supplies are on the side over here. So you have to walk around the islands to get the supplies. And I've got a bit of a science down to it, but there's also, if you leave anything setting for too long, the rats come and take it, and so you have to put it into a pot in order for it to not get taken by rats. It's very stressful. I'm not enjoying it. I watched you play Overcooked. It seemed real chill. It did not. It's fun. Hang on. Like, I want to show you because I want you guys to give me advice, but also I don't want to force you to watch me play Overcooked because it's whatever the opposite of fun is, that's what it is. I do still owe you that sourdough recipe. I've been retyping it since the original was very specific for my Pizza Festival cooks. I actually really appreciate your specificity in recipes, and I've told people this in the past, but like, if you get a recipe from Cheese, it's going to be like, if you read the recipes that are in the Discord, seems like there's too many notes. For me, I'm always a skimmer, and so like I skimmed all of the notes the first time I made the pizza, and I was like, man, this didn't turn out as perfect as I wanted it to, and then I went back and looked at the notes, and I was like, oh, if I had done that, then it would have been better. And then I realized, like, there's a reason for all of those notes, and it would be better if I had read them in the first place. So there's that. No, you did not, Puzzled. Don't be mean. Don't be mean. Okay, hang on. I'm loading it, and it's going to come up really loud. Cover your ears. Ah! No! It loaded windowed, or not windowed. So loud. Run and hide. No, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Escape. Hold on, I need options. I can't even read chat right now because I'm... so loud. Okay. Okay. Do you think it's going to let me pull it up from the same place that I was? Oh, it does. Cool. Sometimes the words aren't someone else's story. Sometimes the actual words are someone's life story. Educational. Is this Ratatouille music for the pizza stream? No. It's... Hold on. I need that... How do I make you be windowed? I need you to be windowed. Controls? Is that right? No, I need quit. I need to go to back, options, graphics setting, windowed, on. Okay, back. Okay, where is my mouse? Whoop. There it is. Hold on. Oh, geez. Please hold. Nobody panic. Everything's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Like that. Why is it so big? It's not what I want. I want you smaller than that. Really small. Yeah. Such small. Very wow. Feels like when I move it over here, it gets bigger, but it's not. It's not really. I don't know what that word defenstration means. Hi, Skullbone. Windowing can be a real pain. It really is. Okay, can I just show you this one episode? This one thing. I swear we won't play this game all day, but I just want to show you. Just go with me. Oh, it means breaking windows. Nice. It means to throw someone out a window. Oh yeah, that's right. I think I knew that actually. Okay, see, I can't move on from this one because it's not done yet. Okay. Okay, you're just going to go with me on this. Okay, you see where we're at here? Okay, mushrooms are on this side. Oh, geez, I keep hitting the wrong button. Okay, so then if you do this, right, where I'm passing it to this girl, and then this girl starts chopping, and then this girl comes over here, and I'm going to put this down, and I'm going to bring you a pot so that you can put it in when you're done chopping so that the mice don't come get it, right? But, like, this isn't possible because you have to get 160 points to beat this level, and I can't. It's not possible. Okay, normally I put it up one higher so that I can get to it without running into her, so ignore that. like this, okay? Do you see this? So if you have an idea of how it would be physically possible to beat this, I'm not going to beat it in this one. But like, I can't figure it out. The highest I've ever gotten is 112, and 160 is what you need to beat it. So I don't think it's even possible. Have more than one person play it. I can't. I don't have any way for more than one person to play it. Get Magdor to carry you. I can't. Is it physically possible? Oh, show us the rodents. Crap, I didn't show you the rodents. I'm sorry. I'll do it next time. Is it I want to know if it's physically possible to beat that level with just one player. Bring your I don't have a laptop anymore. I'm sorry. I don't have that. Mary could carry me. But it's not possible to just do it as one person. Because I'm flipping I felt like I did really, really good. Not RIP. It just went to live with another family who needed it more than I did. I was gifted a gaming PC. And when you're gifted a gaming PC, the only polite thing to do is to give your extra PC to somebody who needs it more than you do. So that's what I did. Bring the desktop then. You've got a big fan. Oh, jeez. I'm not even bringing my wedding ring. I'm going to lock it in a box and leave it at home. I don't want it to get stolen. I have this, dry cough thing. I don't love it. Be fully ambidextrous and also have fully prehensile toes. That should give you the edge to beat that level. Prehensile toes. That's a lot. So it went on a farm upstate to frolic with the other laptops? It did. That's where it went. It went to live with someone else. Hang on. My daughter needs me. The game does have the remote play thingy. I don't know how to do that. I'm going to Cadmus, I'm going to bring just one of these, like one of the plastic ones. Gossip, gossip, gossip. It's not gossip, it's parenting. But sometimes they don't want to be parented in front of everyone. Hi, Magdor. Skullbone says hi.
Hello.
My wife bought a huge gaudy ring for when we go to rowdy places. So that she can throw punches and take a guy out. Because I am not mad about it. Not like knocking out Queen Bee. Marianne, do you want to be punched in the mouth? Did you get Haley's book? I got Haley's book. I just showed it at the beginning of the stream. I'm really excited about it. Did you get it? You should get it. It arrived today. I was hoping it would get here before vacation. I think the last time you streamed with this Cammy, that person whose mother never loved them attacked you for drawing on yourself. Different shirt. Am I really bothering you? Is it really stressing you out? That was that guy on Twitter. That guy on Twitter hurts my feelings. Because he was like, how dare you do stream fundraisers when your husband got gifted an Xbox? And I was like, is there a polite way to hawk the presents someone gives you to pay for your kid's braces? Because that feels effed up to me. Anyway. No, just triggered the memory. Okay, Twitter is cancer and you don't need to worry. Exposed shoulder. I'm sorry! I'm such a tramp! I'm wearing pants. Exposed shoulders. Just don't show ankle. Ugh. Did you ask your husband about the wardrobe? I did, and honestly, my husband would probably let me walk around a lot more naked than I'm comfortable in. Oh no, not the shoulder discourse. I know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Pants are overrated. They really are. Allows Guardy Ring allows Chris Rock to know that the woman is there with someone so that he doesn't say anything about her that requires her husband to slap him. If I run into Chris Rock, by the way, did I ever tell you? No, I don't think we've ever had an occasion to do this. Once when I was in middle school, my middle school got a whole mess of iMacs. Do you remember that had ours were teal, but I think you could get them in different colors. The back of the monitor looked like this, and it was plastic and colorful. Our school had teal ones, but I think they also came in orange. I feel like orange was the original color. I don't remember. Anywho, we had those things, and my tech teacher was super into them, and she made us learn to use whatever the Mac version of Publisher is, and she wanted us to make a magazine cover, and so we had to design a magazine cover for a project, and then we also had to write a biography, or like a fake interview with a person. And that summer, Chris Rock's Bigger and Blacker tour was on HBO, and I was at my dad's house, and my dad had HBO and very little concern about what his children were doing, and so we watched that 100 times, probably had it memorized, not going to repeat it because I saw what happened to Michael Scott when that happened, okay? But it was very funny, and I thought he was hilarious, and I kind of had a little crush on Chris Rock, which I'm not sure how that happens for like a 12-year-old girl in Nebraska, but whatever. So I did my report on Chris Rock, and I put a picture on him, and then I did a whole article about how he had done his stand-up act and given the commencement address at Howard University, which then led me to Google what Howard University is and try to explain to all of my classmates in rural Nebraska what a historically black college was. And I was like, Howard is like the Harvard for historically black colleges. And she was like, and they were like, I don't even know what you're talking about right now. And I was a real weirdo. It was a fun time. Anyway, then there was a blueberry. Wait. Was Bondi Blue the first one? Was that the color we had, the tealy color? I can safely say that my 30 years on this planet, I have never slapped someone. This might be why I don't have an award for Best Actor, though. I have slapped at least 2 people in my life, both while I was a young child. One was getting into a fight with my brother at the YMCA while our parents were playing volleyball, which is volleyball in a racquetball court. And my brother said something to the kid to the effect of, oh yeah, right, you couldn't even beat up my little sister. And then the kid turned to me like he was going to beat me up. And so I ran away as quickly as possible around this like indoor running track thing in the basement. And he jumped at me and scratched me on the back of the leg. And so I turned around and grabbed him by the neck and slapped him forward, backward, and forward, because that's how I had seen it on TV. And he cried, and all of my siblings were afraid of me for approximately 6 weeks. And I think my mom got in trouble with his mom, but I don't really remember that part. But he was a boy and I was a girl, so it was fine. How can she slap? The concept of college would seem strange to rural Nebraskans. It really was, actually. I've been slapped a couple of times, but for some reason I've never had an HBO stand-up special. Well, Tiny Katie takes no crap from anyone. Mm-hmm.
Can I use the iPad to finish my homework?
Yes. I don't know where it is. I just Googled Overkick 2.2 walkthrough on YouTube. Feed chopper mushrooms. Then bring slices back to pots on left. Repeat many times. That's all I watched. See, I think that it's better to bring the pot to the chopper, because then there can be a person feeding mushrooms, but you can't feed them too quickly or the rats will come and get them. So you have to feed mushroom, chop, go get the pot, bring the pot over. By that time, they're about halfway done, so you can get a second mushroom over. Drop the mushrooms up here, pick them up, drop them over here, pick that up. You know, then it's a whole thing. Yes? Is this... This is missing a lid. This is not the whole thing. Forward, backward, and forward. Yes. That's what I did. And then the second time, it was a girl named Abby Meyer, who used to be my Facebook friend, but I muted everyone on Facebook, so I'm not even sure she's still my Facebook friend, and that's not her name anymore. But she got mad at me for something on the walk home from school in 2nd or 3rd grade. And I slapped her, but I missed her face because she was grabbing my neck. She had my jacket by the neck, and I missed her face and slapped her in the neck. And so I got it right here, and then I had to give her an I'm sorry card. Her mom made it out like it was like I was an abusive child and yada yada. I needed to see a counselor, blah blah blah. And I was like, I'm not doing that. My mom just made me give her a sorry card. There are rats on today's pizza? Bait the rats to eat the mushrooms and then put the rats in the pot for added flavor. Interesting. Chris Rock once played Jesus in a movie, but didn't even remember to turn the other cheek. Wait, I know that. That was the remake of Heaven Can Wait, wasn't it? Oh, no, wait. He was the guy in the remake of Heaven Can Wait, but it was a different movie. They titled it differently. Somebody help me here. Max, Chris Rock was in a Heaven Can Wait style movie in approximately 2002. That's going to drive me nuts. Katie chooses violence in the 2nd grade. I sure did. Some people just need to get slapped. That's right. Can you chop the rats? Is there a secret? See, like when the rats show up, there's a thing that says to use your control key on them, and I'm like, I don't know what it is. What? There's one by my bed, but if you remove it from being next to my bed, I will end you.
Okay.
Cool.
Mrs. Logan said it was on the thingy too, email.
Yes, it is.
Can I use the computer to get the email?
I don't know if I still have that email. Madwit, also hello. Hi, Dan Fantastic. Stream randomly glitches. No, yeah, it's randomly glitching. It's the stinking control software is not running through the connector like it's supposed to. Hold on, let me try something. Let me try and push it in a little bit better. Perhaps it wasn't connected correctly. Down to earth. That sounds right. That sounds right. Oh, down to earth, like Cadmus said. Oh, hi, Cadmus. Sorry, I didn't see it. How is Magdor doing these days? Is she still grounded and full of teen angst? She is not. It's the effing rats. I don't know what you're talking about. I need to look at this dough and see where we're at on the dough stretching whatever situation. Oh, it looks good. This maybe needs another little pull real quick. 1 second. And then I have another thought that I would like to talk to you about as well that I considered today. Yeah. There you go, little pizza dough. Okay, we're just waiting on that to rise for probably an inordinate amount of time. So this is going to be a very chatting, heavy stream. I hope you're okay with that. That means that you have to, like, talk to me or I get lonely.
Do you have it?
Do I have what? The email?
Yeah.
I didn't look, actually. You walked away, and so I gave up.
Because I was charging that guy.
Right. What does this mean? They want me to fill out a statement of additional dependence, and I don't know what that is. What day is it? Wednesday?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's these two links here. This one and this one.
I know.
Okay, bye.
Thank you.
This is a Just Chatting Stream where we occasionally cool something once in a while. That's not true. Or do you mean to say cook? I was going to say, because most of the time we're waiting for something to bake, if we're being honest. There's some sort of a goo on here that I need to clean off. Give me 1 second. I hate it when the Kedbot board comes on before things get properly cleaned and then they get hidden and... Poor Kedbot board.
Mommy, can I have some of your popcorn?
No, that's my popcorn. Would you like a cookie?
Edge.
Would you like a cookie?
That's part of a cookie.
Well, okay. No, that's my popcorn.
Starve.
Have a cookie.
No, I already had part of a cookie. I can't have another one. Oh no. Oh no.
10 Dot says, Magdor! Please don't cry, Magdor.
We don't even have poppable popcorn.
Oh, we do.
No, we don't.
Somewhere in there.
It's all gone.
No,
We ran out.
surely not.
We ran out.
Let me see.
No. No. No.
What about that box that says movie theater popcorn?
Where?
That one right there.
Where?
The blue box right next to the giant box labeled movie theater popcorn. Is that...
It's not that big.
Think we may be onto something? Maggie's starving. What's new? Hi, Katie. Hi, Crown Diet. Don't feed her. Why was she grounded? She wasn't. Were you grounded?
No. I'm not starving. I just have edge tonight, so I cannot be fed.
So was that a yes on the teenage angst? I feel like the teenage angst has gone down a little bit, but it has been replaced by this very strange voice that she does all the time where she's like, no, gonna die, all the time.
You suck at it. You really stink at it.
Will you do it?
No, it can't be commanded like that.
Yes, it can be.
No, it can't.
Oh, okay.
We're broke when it comes to food.
We're going out of town.
We're broke.
No, 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 no.
Why not?
Do you hear that voice? Why not?
Dang it! See, it can't be commanded.
It can't be commanded. Yep, that's angst. Uh-huh. No, gonna die. There's no food in this house. We've come full circle. Teenage Magdor is now channeling dramatic Millie. She's smashing herself in the head with the door of the
No,
fridge.
I'm not. My head didn't even touch the door. What are you even talking about? Silly mommy. Ugh. We have no food.
There's no food. I'm gonna die.
Oh no.
You literally have popcorn in the microwave.
Oh no.
Just wait 5 seconds. I don't know how to help her. This is absurd. I made cookies yesterday without you guys. Do you know how long it took me to make
So rude.
2 dozen cookies? Like an hour?
minutes.
And that was mostly because of how long it took just to rotate that many cookies in and out of the oven. Poor Maggie only knows starvation. 5 whole seconds! Dying over here laughing, trying not to crash the car. There's no food, she says as her mother is cooking 5 feet away from her. And eating a cookie.
No,
And she's got popcorn
They're
in
gonna eat all the pizza by the time that I'm home.
How much pizza do you think we eat?
A lot. My siblings are chunky monkeys.
Max hit his head on the fridge door while putting away groceries this morning. It happens. Cookie is delicious.
Didn't bonk my head.
Look.
Mom's making things up.
Making these up.
Liar.
I eat smash burger every day now, so I'll probably need a bypass in 2 weeks. Keep those thigh veins looking good.
I
Come
thought
from
this
what?
was
Track?
jambalaya.
No,
I'm so sad.
no, that's Pasole.
I'm so
She
sad.
has kickball after school.
Kickball. Our first
10-9.
game is
Kickball.
the Monday after spring break, Mom.
I know.
April 16th.
She finally emailed us.
We found out before you did. I just didn't remember which Monday it was.
Max is not wrong.
What
I did
Max
spend
say?
most of that hour talking to myself. I also slightly considered just setting up my phone on the counter. Because here's the thing, like, this is sort of a whole production. Like, this takes a minute to set up, and it's a bit of a pain in the butt. But, like, just putting my phone out on the countertop is not that hard. And so I almost countertop phone streamed you yesterday. But then I was like, nobody wants to see that. You've come to expect a certain level of quality. What are you doing?
Hold on.
You need to dominate the other team into the mercy rule so that the game ends early and you can have pizza. Just kick the ball harder.
Wait, no? Wait, what? Pizza?
Did you talk yourself down from that house outside of town? I did. We drove. So that was one of the reasons that I was I late today? I was nearly late today because we drove. Daniela left her backpack at church, so I took it to her house in Anderson, which is the town outside of where we live that I was
Where all the drugs
considering moving. It's not where the drugs live. It's just very, very rural. And there's nothing to do except drugs.
It's where all the drugs live.
There's drugs here.
There's lots of them.
That's not true. Like, per capita, maybe. But total drugs, there's way more here.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bigger town.
Okay.
You think
Percentage-wise, there are more drugs there.
Do you think the housewives of the world are not taking their kids as Vyvanse? You think that's happening?
You take your kids to Vyvanse?
No. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying other people do.
Uh-huh.
I've listened to enough true crime podcasts to know that if you become a drug addict, it's only a matter of time before you beat a whole household of people to death with a ball-peen hammer. And or walk into a house right after 6 people have been beaten to death with a ball-peen hammer and just look for drugs and don't worry about the bodies and the one person who's not actually dead crying for help. That's what happens when you start using drugs, young lady. You become a drug fiend who doesn't even care that there are dead bodies everywhere. Maggie! How do you feel about living in PA? I feel fine about living in PA. You just said the stem cells as retro. Wait, huh? You just sell the cell stream. You just sell the cell stream as retro. That was so hard for me to read. And also, kids these days do love retro stuff. You're kind of right. True story. Sorry, Maggie. Sorry, stats.
I didn't have drugs.
Yeah. Colton says that's not true. Noblesville has lots of drugs.
Percentage-wise, yes it is.
Lots of meth down here. Don't forget to grab a souvenir when you visit. Is Katie admitting something? No. Anyway, Katie, a certain someone's childhood home is for sale for only $1 million. Oh, no, I did see that. Taylor Swift's childhood home. I totally saw that.
Only $1 million for her house?
There are plenty of drugs in Noblesville. It's just that you can't see them because of all the houses. On the country, they have to do the drugs out in the open where everyone can see you. Barry says winners don't use drugs. So no ball peen hammer for Maggie's birthday? Pass on that. Horse Barn would have made a great meth lab or bakery.
I'm
True.
so excited for my birthday. I may just invite Bella.
It's disincentivizing drugs. It's not pro-drug. If it was pro-drug, scoop events, maybe. Queen Bee is now very bummed because apparently there were all these drugs laying around and no one even offered her any. So sorry, Marianne. Next time you're here, I'll look for somebody who's got that weird meth mouth thing going on and see what we can work out. That was a true crime podcast that I listened to this week, by the way, called The Wonderland Gang. It was Morbid was the podcast. Morbid is the name of the podcast, but the episode was called The Wonderland Gang. I feel like it was a two-parter. Anyway, this guy was like, it was a whole story about this guy who was like into porn in the 70s. Oh, that was the other thing I was going to say. Is it just me or is the 70s like the era that won't, like, was that the longest era in history? Like, that was the decade that lasted the longest. Like, people my age still act like they love music from the 70s, and you're like, why? You were not a child in the 70s. It's very confusing for me. Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, guy becomes a drug addict and either kills or facilitates the death of 6 people with a ball peen hammer. It's a whole thing. Is Maggie's birthday coming up? So is mine. No, Maggie's birthday is in June. So is Merritt's. Merritt and Maggie's birthday are 1 week apart from one another. Luisa's and Micah's are 1 week apart from one another. Anyone who does illegal drugs are dumb beyond belief. I really... Yes. Cocaine and Rhinestones. If you like country music, Cocaine and Rhinestones is a great podcast. I don't dislike country music. I think the 40s felt pretty long. No, but like 10 Dot. Especially on the East Coast. Like, where are the Jersey kids at? Jersey kids, are you here? Is it just me, or like on the East Coast was the 70s a big deal a lot longer than every other decade? Like, there's a whole mess of people who are really into Bruce Springsteen still, and you're like, what is happening right now? It's all because really good music was made in the 70s. And the fashion, right? Like, the 90s fashion was just recycled 70s fashion, which has come back again as recycled 90s fashion. And it's really just the 70s. It's the decade that won't die. Ugh. And then all the music from the 70s reminds me of my ex-stepdad, which makes me kind of want to vomit a little bit. Jersey kids can't tell time, Katie. Why are you asking them? That's not true. Marina can tell time. I've asked her. Marina, what time is it right now? There's a sound behind me that I can't place, and it's freaking me out. What noise is that? It's the fan. It's the microwave. The microwave is on. It's doing something weird. Okay, I don't love it. Bake 500. Hold on. I'm going to move this. Talk amongst yourselves. Okay. Everything's fine. Bruce is still the boss. Is he? Most of the Jersey kids don't make it out of Action Park. I don't know what that means. That's because Bruce Springsteen is cool. The boss's music is for the ages. All the cool clothes were worn in the 70s. The 70s clothes have come back multiple times since the 70s. The 70s! My mom's... Please don't microwave the rats. I'm gonna microwave the rats. My mom graduated high school in 1977 and therefore believes... Like the 70s hair, though. Like they're partying in the middle again. It's the 70s! It's the decade that won't die. I don't understand it. The cars are not very popular, though. Thankfully. They're very 70s-y and 80s-y. Who parts in the middle? Children! Have you seen all these... What are we calling them? Zoomers? Is a zoomer a xennial? Are those the same thing? The youngins. You part in the middle? Well, you can part right off. What? That's because you're too old for those kids, 10 Dot. You're like their grandfather. Like I'm their grandmother. We're all old. Zoomer and Gen Z are the same. So is a Xennial, a Zoomer, and a Gen Z, those are all the same? Moses parted in the middle. You don't know that. You don't know that. Could have been slightly to the left. The Bible was not that specific. Oh no, we old now. Very old. I've never heard Xenial. You haven't? Middle Eats? What? Merritt? All I can hear is that sound and it's driving me crazy. Can't focus. Yeah, but the Middle West is not like, it's not the middle of anything. It's more to the right, honestly. Was watching vids about the Challenger disaster today, and the teacher was so excited, and it ended up taking her life. Oh, the teacher that was on the Challenger? I feel like I remember that, but then I also think it happened before I was born. So I think I may have seen something on the news about it as like a retrospective, because I'm pretty sure I wasn't born yet when that happened. Alexa, what year was the Challenger explosion?
The Challenger explosion occurred on January 28, 1986.
86. So I was born, but I wouldn't have been old enough to know. January 28. That would have been a week after my birthday. A week after my first birthday. Do you remember that? After Zoomers will be Rona babies. Yep. I was born in 85. So I was already a year old by that time. 22, 38, close enough, right? We went to the moon in 69, but not 68. Not 68, but a year later. Right. Yes. What is he talking about? 11 years later, I was born. Eugene, no! You're 11 years younger than me, and you're still old enough to vote. Oh, great. My ability to purchase alcohol is old enough to have a driver's license. Or my driver's license is old enough to purchase alcohol. It could go one way or the other. I was born 2.5 years later. There you go, Scuba. Now you're not that much younger than me. I couldn't be Scuba's mom. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Even Stevens? Is that the show that, what's that guy's name? Shia LaBeouf was on? That, like, he was pretending to be on while he was in that, what's that? Not Beautiful Boy. Beautiful Boy was about drugs, which is also sad. Anyway, Katie, I thought you knew my age. I don't remember everything, Scuba. I have to remember 5 children's ages and date of births just in order to get them to the doctor. Okay, I can't add anybody else on top of that. I always feel terrible when people I love and care about from the stream are like, you don't remember my birthday? And I'm like, okay, but I've also, like, only seen you twice in real life. And some of you never. So give me a minute. Like, I'm trying my best here. Isn't Katie old enough to be the president? And the president is pretty darn old. So Katie is old. I am old enough to be the president. No, Shia LaBeouf was in this movie where he played his own dad, and it was about his own life. But I think it was about his life while he was on Even Stevens. His dad is like a felon, and he can't get a job. Like, in real life, Shia LaBeouf's dad is a felon who couldn't get a real job, and so his job was to be Shia LaBeouf's guardian on this set, and he made him live in this, like, rat-infested hotel full of sex workers and drug dealers the whole first season that he was on Even Stevens, and it's very, very sad. But I can't remember what the name of that movie is called. I like it. The only words I can think of are Beautiful Boy and Pony Boy, and one of those is a character from The Outsiders, and the other one is a movie about drug addicts. I can't remember what it is. Something boy. Boy, help me here. Old enough to be president of the HOA? Oh, I'm old enough to be president of the HOA. Yes, I do. I forget, Scuba, always. That's right, no Home Depot trips for us. Right, we would get lost and confused and probably purchase things we don't need. The Outsiders? Oh man, how I despise that. Highly was not a fan. Pony Boy was The Outsiders. Someone help me. In real life, Willie Harrelson's dad was a contract killer? No, he was not. Is that real? Hang on, I want to look that up. I'm Googling it. It's not that I don't believe you, but, like, was he caught? Did he go to jail? This explains a lot about Woody Harrelson. Hold on. I can't copy from this side. I have to go over here. Merritt, that is so loud. You need to go upstairs with it. Thank you. Stay pony boy, gold boy. What? Stay golden pony boy. Yes, I don't remember what I did. What? I don't either. That is a true thing. Killed a judge, I think. Honey boy! That's it. Honey boy is correct. Okay, Charles Boyd Harrelson was an American hitman and organized crime figure who was convicted of assassinating federal judge John H. Wood Jr., the first federal judge to be assassinated in the 20th century. No freaking way. This is Woody Harrelson's dad. No freaking way. Was he like part of their lives? He was married to Nancy Hillman Harrelson, Diane Lou Oswald Harrelson. Oswald. Oh, jeez. That's a lot. Joanne Harrelson. This is a lot of women. Harrelson worked as an encyclopedia salesman in California and was a professional gambler. In 1960, he was convicted of armed robbery, admitted to be involved in dozens of murders in the early 60s. Wow! Woodrow Tracy, I don't know who oh, that's Woody Harrelson. Became a television film actor known as Woody Harrelson. According to Woody, his father disappeared from the family's home in 1968, leaving his wife Diane to raise Woody and his two brothers. Woody lost track of his father until 1981, so no. Wow! Woody revealed that he visited his father regularly in federal prison, though he still harbored mixed feelings about him, saying, "My father is one of the most articulate, well-read, charming people I've ever known. Still, I'm just now gauging whether he merits my loyalty or friendship. I'm looking at him as someone who could be a friend more than someone who was a father." What an interesting... I really respect the hell out of Woody Harrelson for that. That's incredible. That is very interesting. There's a theory that he was involved in the JFK assassination. Okay, the Oswald thing made me think like that there was some, like Lee Harvey Oswald, Woody Harrelson, those aren't the same. Why do I think that they're the same? I don't know. And then I moved on because my brain did that. That was what I was doing in my brain when I tripped over that name. Woody from Toy Story shot JFK. This is how rumors are started. This is true. Oh my gosh, did you hear that one rumor about the butter? I probably shouldn't spread it.
I told you that joke, Mom.
Merritt told me that joke. Then go back to the VA to get help. I feel like a burden to them. No, you shouldn't. The VA is there to help you, and quite frankly, they should help you better and more than they do, Scuba, so don't feel bad. I know that they're nice people, but, like, you've definitely earned that. You've definitely earned that. They're not giving you anything. A worker deserves his wages, and that is part of your wages. Do not ever think you don't deserve way better than what you're getting at the VA. Okay? Okay. Merritt taking credit. He got it from his gym teacher. Merritt knows good jokes. I'm going to steal that joke. It's a good joke, right? I love it. I met Woody in New Orleans at one of the Emerald Lagasse restaurants. He sat next to us and scooted over and chatted with us. Seems nice. Parallel lines. They have so much in common. Too bad that they will never meet. Wait, who? Woody from Toy Story? Woody Harrelson. The dad? What are you talking about? Lee Harvey Oswald and the dad. That's where we're at. Because federal judge killed the president. I see you. Took me a second, Grumpy Old Man. Also, Grumpy Old Man, I'm really sorry that I didn't bring Luis home to ride with you. I made him drive me to Anderson. I'm really sorry. Seriously, Scuba. There are a few things that I'm more forceful about than the VA owes way more to veterans than what it's giving. It's a thing that I believe firmly, and do not ever feel like you're taking something. Just don't. That's yours. By rights, it's yours. Cool. Now that was a separate joke, had nothing to do with what you were talking about. Oh, well, I don't know what we're talking about. Yes. Merritt does know good jokes. Okay, that was the most interesting thing I have ever found out while streaming. I had to like really quickly hedge that so that it wasn't a huge exaggeration. But I think that is the most interesting thing I've learned while streaming. Maybe. I think. Thank you for the kind words. It means a lot. Seriously. It's not kind words. It's facts. I love you and you're a good human. Those are nice words. Also true, but a little more on the subjective side. We're talking about how Woody Harrelson knows who really shot JFK. That's right. That's what we were talking about. Do you think he'll ever reveal that? Also, was Woody Harrelson in The Rock? Not Dwayne The Rock Johnson or Chris Rock, but the movie The Rock with Sean Connery, who I also had a crush on in middle school. I was a very weird kid. And Nicolas Cage. I ask this because at the end of The Rock, do you remember they're leaving a wedding chapel where they had gotten that film canister that Sean Connery's character knew about? And he's like, honey, you want to know who did the JFK assassination?
Nicolas Cage.
I don't think JFK was assassinated by Nicolas Cage. That seems wrong. Sean Connery was the best Bond. I don't think I've ever seen a whole Bond movie. So there's that. But I really liked The Rock a lot when I was a kid. I thought that was a great movie.
James Bond.
It was my favorite movie for a while there. I had a weird fascination with Alcatraz. I used to have a T-shirt from Alcatraz. My dad went and got me a T-shirt, and it said something like, "You are entitled to 30 minutes or three square meals and 30 minutes of exercise a day. Everything else is a privilege." And I wore that T-shirt to school like 3 days a week. It's weird. Nicolas Cage totally did it. I bet. That seems right. Okay, I want to read about the murders. Can I just really quick? Do you mind if I read these? Tried for murder in '68, murder of Alan Harry Berg, who was acquitted. Okay. Harrelson was tried for the '68 murder for hire. Sam Delgia Jr., resident of Hearne, Texas. Harrelson was paid $2,000, the equivalent of $15,000 in 2020, for the murder of DeGelia, a grain dealer and father of four, who was killed in McAllen, Texas. His first trial ended with a deadlocked jury, though Pete Scamardo also tried the case, found guilty of being accomplice to the murder. Weird. Sentenced to 7 years probation. Harrelson was retried in '73, convicted, sentenced to 15 years. '78, after serving 5, he was released for good behavior. Ooh. You get off in 5 years for murder? Murder for hire. Shortly after, Harrelson was paroled in '78. He and his then-wife, Joanne, were implicated in another murder. Oh, his wife murdered somebody. '78, District Judge John H. Wood was shot dead in the parking lot outside of San Antonio, Texas townhouse. I associate San Antonio, Texas mostly with bats. I've been there once. My dad took me for a walk along the river, like canal walk, and then to see some bats. Nicknamed Maximum John because of his reputation for handing down long sentences for drug offenses, was originally scheduled to have Chigara appear before him on the day of his murder, but the trial had been delayed. He was hired by a drug dealer. Cool. That is nutty. This needs to be made into... Yes, exactly. It does. Or anyone, really. That is very, very interesting. Oh my gosh! Allegations of involvement in the assassination of John F. Kennedy. You're not messing with me. I just had to scroll down further. Please hold. I have to read this. I'm so sorry. This is terrible streaming. You can read with me. In September of 1980, Harrelson surrendered to police after a 6-hour standoff in which he was reportedly high on cocaine. Sure. During the standoff, he threatened suicide. Okay. Stating that he had killed both Judge Wood and President John F. Kennedy. In a television interview after his arrest, Harrelson said, "At the same time I said I had killed the judge, I said I had killed Kennedy," which might give you an idea of the state of my mind at the time. He said that the statements made during the standoff were an effort to elongate my life. Why would that elongate your life? Joseph Chigara later testified during Harrelson's trial. Harrelson claimed to have shot Kennedy and drew maps to show where he was hiding during the assassination. Chigara said that he did not believe Harrelson's claim, but the AP reported that the FBI apparently discounted any involvement by Harrelson in the Kennedy assassination, which makes me think it really happened, because I don't trust them at all. Hey, I'm making dinner. No, get out of there. No popcorn. According to Jim Marr's Crossfire, Harrelson is believed to be the youngest and tallest of the 3 tramps by many conspiracy theorists. What? Was involved in the criminals connected to intelligence agencies and the military. Had suggested that he was connected to Jack Ruby through Russell Douglas Matthews, which I read as Michael Douglas, a third party with links to organized crime who's known by both Harrelson and Ruby. This match photographs of Harrelson to the photographs of the youngest looking of the 3 tramps. Okay, wait. Let me see a picture of this guy. Looks a little bit like Woody Harrelson. Okay. Who's this guy? This right here? He's the tallest. Could have been. Could have been. Interesting. What, you didn't believe me? I did believe you. I just thought that maybe that was like an obscure bit of knowledge, not that it would show up on the Wikipedia. It's not that I didn't believe you, it's just I kind of thought that, you know, it was just because that girl's name was Oswald. That's nuts! Okay, that cop looked a bit like Tom Hanks, or is that just me? It was Tom Hanks, actually. That's how he kept getting those roles. I just come back. Is this a crime show now? A little bit. I mean, it's always a little murdery up in here. First, she was talking about shrooms. Then she read us a story about multiple murders. Did you see how she was dressed? I'm sorry I've taken a turn for the trampy. I didn't mean to. And much to my chagrin, there have been no bits thrown at me. So, I mean, although bits for trampiness is a little like throwing quarters at a stripper. It seems mean. Okay, wait. I need to start the sauce. You guys are out of control. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm going to wash my hands because I can't remember. Thank you for the bits. Oh my goodness. Look at me with my 9 bits for being trampy. Yes, it does. Thank you, Cypress, for throwing a sub my way for being trampy. I appreciate it. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Cypress. How many months are you? I didn't even see it. I wish it would say it, even if you don't write it in there. That would help me a little. Okay. Brooke, Boats, Bad Wolf, Crown Die, Conan. Where the heck? Cypress is in with the D's. Why? Who knows? BAM! Better to toss quarters than to flick beer bottle caps. This is true. And pointier. I mean, the beer bottle caps would be pointier. Okay. Did Tyreek Hill get traded? Alexa, did Tyreek Hill get traded?
On March 23rd, 2022, Kansas City Chiefs announced wide receiver Tyreek Hill was traded to the Miami Dolphins in exchange for 5 draft picks.
Okay.
First, second, and fourth round in 2022.
34 years. Wait, months. Yes, darling.
Me and my kids are getting along. Can you come out now?
Your dad made that statement. I can't unpunish you when your dad was the one who did it. I wasn't
Dad,
involved
are
in
you
that.
in chat?
I think Dad is outside with the baby, who he is not sharing with chat. I think so. He said that you guys have been getting along. Is that not true?
I've just been talking to Gabby.
To who?
Gabby?
Gabby? You're calling Gabby on the Alexa?
I'm bored. What am I supposed to do?
You're grounded to your room. You're not supposed to be calling Gabby. You're supposed to be getting along with your brother.
Oh, it's my room for a little.
I'm not sure it's getting along with your brother to be getting along with Gabby.
He went downstairs.
Why are you keeping Mary from us? I don't know. He's outside. Go tell your dad that chat would like to see Mary. Ow!
My neighbor. We did an announcer.
I'm here. I'm alive. I'm well. I'm not typing this against my will. Oh, thank God. I really, after stream on Monday, I messaged KevBot. I'm like, are you okay? Are you mad? Is everything okay? I haven't seen you in a month. I'm worried that you're dead. I'm going to call your mom next. Blink twice, KevBot. Don't. Free Micah is a hashtag that we haven't seen in a long time. It's because he's been being very good lately. He's actually taking a trial run at not taking ADHD medication finally. So we're gonna see how that goes for the last quarter, and see if we're matured to the point of being able to control that kind of situation on our own. We are just gonna see how it goes. At least they're getting along with somebody. Yeah, that's true. I'm gonna put my hair back really quick so that I don't get hair in the swath. I don't even know where Luis is, so. But now there's more shoulders, so I'm sorry if you're scandalized. My therapist encouraged ADHD meds. Not sure about it. Eugene's therapist had encouraged him to take some.
They're not tasty.
Micah says they're not tasty. So there's that.
It tastes like dog.
I don't know how you know what dog tastes like. That's more than anyone can say about me. Max is actively not getting along with his roommate, who is, in fact, Max. I honestly wondered if I needed ADHD
Ew,
meds.
why does it
No
look
joke,
like
I cannot
that?
focus. Trick to fix it so much... Wait. Trick to fix it
Why
so
does that look like that?
work that if I don't focus, I get in trouble. Yeah. It's a tough thing, you know? If... You know, I don't know. Nobody asked my opinion on this, but when we first started Micah on ADHD medications, the Facebook moms groups were very, very, judgy about the whole thing, and the whole like, French kids don't get ADHD, and nobody got diagnosed with ADHD before 1980, blah blah blah. And I'm like, yes, they also self-medicated with alcohol, so good luck with that. So I would say, review with your doctor and your therapist, and do what works for you. I tried to do that, and the tomato squirted juice all over the kitchen until it looked like a murder scene. What kind of murder scene? Ball peen Hanner? How many drugs would you say you've been doing, Marianne? Scale of 1 to drugs. With 1 being no drugs and drugs being drugs. How many drugs would you estimate that you have been doing? ADHD meds helped me for a long time, and it was good for me back then. Helped me get back on track that I could get on with my own. I suggest trying it out and try to figure out what works for you. Yeah, drugs enough for a murder scene. Drugs enough for a murder scene. Perfect. I usually I don't want to give anybody medical advice or discount anybody's experiences, because I know a lot of people have had bad reactions with medications, and some people have had very good experiences with medications, and everybody's different. And if you don't know anybody, if you don't know the person well, you really shouldn't be giving them advice on anything, especially not anything important. However, I would say in my experience, a lot of things can be managed on your own once you get to a point. But to get to that point, it may require assistance. Like if you are so depressed that you can't get yourself to eat right and exercise, you may need an antidepressant until you can get to the point where you can eat right and exercise and put all the other parts back into place. And I think ADHD might be a similar situation. So talk to your doctor. There you go. When kids weren't on ADHD meds, they were considered naughty and got in trouble all the time and were miserable. Exactly. And then Marianne killed a tomato. So let's just... As a side note, I also did not murder anyone on the meds. Me either. Facebook moms have a point. I grew up in a town where the only... That's Joey. Sorry, I was like, what is happening in the back here? The only word for people that had high-functioning autism was weird, and we didn't have any autistic kids there. Just a few weird ones. Right? Exactly. Eugene, thank you so much for getting Be a Golem. You are a fantastic egg, and I appreciate you. Be a Golem, you're one of us. That's 10 dots board. Oh, my goodness. Be a Golem. Love. Eugene. I was like, what just happened? My brain stopped. BAM! Thank you very much. One of us. Yeah. Nobody was on ADHD meds in the 70s, but everybody was drunk. So, there you go. Couldn't help it. It made me mad. What made you mad? Oh, you mean the tomato? I understand. The ball peen hammer was a little bit of an overkill in my estimation, but you know what? You do you, Marianne. Okay, I'm just making... When I make sauce, I just make it up at this point. I'm at this point in my life where I just kind of throw stuff into it and call it a day. So here we are. We're going to throw in some salt, some thyme. That's too much time. Less time. That amount of time seems fair. Put that away. Put that away. Gonna get some basil out of the back here. Oh no, I'm not. We're out of basil. Somebody remind me I need dried basil, please. Oregano. I have a tiny bit of basil left on that basil plant over there, but only like what's grown back. So it's not looking good. Let's see, what do we got here? Oh yeah, barely anything. Cool. Teeny tiny bit of basil. Better than no basil though, right? I've got to get basil started in the garden started, but it'll get ruined if it freezes, so I can't start it yet. I can't wait until my garden comes back. Maybe consult your doctor. I'm not sure about the whole thing. My therapist takes them and says it has helped him tremendously in daily life, so we'll see. I started taking a very mild anti-anxiety medication, and it has been helpful. I wouldn't say it's been fantastic. Like, not every day is perfect, but it's definitely better than previously. And, like, for example, I used to cry on out of every 4 Peloton rides where Allie Love tells me that I'm good enough and I'm doing a great job. And now I haven't cried on a Peloton ride in, like, 2 months. So there's that. Basil Rathbone was the best Sherlock Holmes. I have no idea what that means, but it sounds great. Magic 8 Ball says Detroit style pizza. Yes. What style pizza are we doing? I only make one style of pizza now. Here's the thing. Once I find a thing that I love, I am never going to leave it. Okay? I am a ride or die Detroit style pizza girl. I'm all in for this. I'm an M&M fan now. I love the Lions. My peony plant's name is John Pianicini. It's over, okay? We're all Detroit all the time. We're not a podcast. Stream. That's where we are. Almost said podcast. We can always get basil kit for the Arrow Garden. I need to do that. I needed to do that all winter long. The Arrow Gardens have been in the garage, not being used all winter. And no one told me that I was being a bad person for not getting them, so I didn't do it. Pennsylvania style. Max is down with the Basil. I'm going with Basil Rathbone. Is he Basil Rathbone? Not Basil? Like Saint Basil? That's because you haven't used the Peloton in 2 months. That's not true. I used the Peloton this morning. Love the Peloton. And I did an Allie Love ride this morning, too. And I was only like 15, I think 15 watts off of my PR for a 30-minute ride. But I wasn't trying very hard. So that kind of, makes me feel good. I also did one of those postnatal core classes, which I'm a big fan of. I feel like it's the same with Chicago pizza, who don't eat deep dish. What? I lived in Michigan for almost a year, and now I've not had Detroit-style pizza once. What? You really should. No, Chicago pizza is garbage. It is by far the worst pizza. It's like actual pie. Moody! I'm sorry. Everyone else, go about your business. Hi, Moody. How are you? How's your day? Are you scandalized by my tank top? How are you? Chicago pizza is a lasagna. That is true. No green lantern around? No buddies? I don't know what he's talking about right now. Chicago pizza, garbage. We all know she's wrong. No, I'm right. Chicago pizza is the worst. I'm going to do a poll. Moody! Maybe it's been 2 months since Allie Love did one of her famous Tears for Gears rides. Allie Love does a thing called Sundays with Love, but apparently only in the fall because Peloton hates us. Where, like, it's sort of like a spiritual but not religious ride. So, like, there's no specific religious things stated except for, like, a vague reference to a higher power or whatever. Sort of like Alcoholics Anonymous. But there is a lot of Mandisa, okay? There's a lot of Mandisa. But there's also, like, that feeling good, like I should, running to go walk, that whole thing. Anyway, she spends a whole lot of the time telling you, like, hey, you need to, like, find who you are and love yourself and blah, blah, blah. And you're worth it and you're worthy and all that. Like, that's the whole, like, theme of that ride. And since those ended in, like, December, I've been doing okay. What you want for a poll? Oh, Scuba loves poll. What is the worst style of pizza? Worst style of pizza. New York, Detroit, Chicago. Don't put any other options because obviously, like, frozen pizza is the worst. But of those three, which is the worst? New York, Detroit, Chicago. Go. Thank you. Scuba. Tears for Gears. Nice 80s reference. I bet she'd go for it, though. She seems cool like that. Feeling blessed. Never stressed. Got the sunshine on my sunny best. Okay, I need pepper in this, and also crushed red pepper. Black pepper and crushed red pepper. I need my spoon holder. Aw, man, I unplugged regular Jeremy's camera. Really sorry. Bagel bites? No, of those styles. You have to pick of those. You don't get a fourth option. Feeling good. Like I should. Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm so sorry, regular Jeremy. I didn't mean it. He's right there being such a good boy. He's like, someone look at me. I'm such a good boy. New York style pizza is the one with the rat feces, urine, and hot dog water. No, it's the very thin one. Very thin. Okay, hang on. Come on, Jeremy. There you go. He's your good boy. Who's your good fishy? Who's your good fishy boy? There you go. Very good fishy boy. Okay. I haven't tried either Detroit or Chicago, but I feel like Chicago is too much. I like a good thin pizza. Ugh. See? Right now, unless like some Chicago pizza fans turn up, it's the worst pizza. It's gross, Mooney. It's like pie crust. Not fluffy, not delicious. It's not actually even a thick crust. It's a crispy, crackery style crust that goes into a deep pizza, like a pie dish. And then they put all the toppings, then the cheese, and then the sauce on top of it. But it's not good. You need to have good crust or more cheese. Those are your only options. What even is Detroit-style pizza? It is, oh my gosh, it's the only salad pizza we make around here, Eugene. I'm threatening you with a knife now. Come on. I have to, I can't. Eugene, you've been around here long enough to know. I love certain things. Pepper. I have got to stop threatening people with knives. I just don't think it's going to go well for me in the end. Boop. Made up sauce. Probably should do better. Never even looked at the recipe the cheese used. That's not true. I did a little. Then I decided to just do whatever I wanted. Okay, I don't have any wine right now. Any open wine. Let me see if I have a screw cap wine anywhere. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. Guys, I have great news. I'm just happy to see New York style getting trashed as much. See? The best, Detroit, New York, Chicago. That is the correct order of operations when you're doing from best to worst. It's correct. Having eaten Katie's Detroit style pizza, I can confirm that it is the best. See? It's the best. I actually have wine in my wine glass today. All under the pretense of being able to put a little bit of wine in the thing. New York pizza is fire thin trash. I don't know what fire thin trash means. Pizza Rat voted 7 times. That rat really, really liked that pizza. Wine pizza? Mm-hmm. Wine red sauce. Next. See, the thing is, I always have a bajillion pounds of flour. And today I happen to have a bajillion pounds of cheese also that needs to be gotten rid of. And our goal here is to clean out the fridge. Ergo, vis-a-vis ipso fatso. Wait a minute. There were 2 of these bags of cheese, and now I'm only finding 1, which is going to make me feel stupid if I really don't have enough cheese when I thought the whole reason I was making this was to get rid of cheese. Oh no, here it is. There is cheese. We're there. We're good. All of this cheese would go bad while we are out of town, so I'm going to use all of this cheese. All of this cheese. That's one of my favorite Cards Against Humanity cards. If you ever play Cards Against Humanity with me, all of this blood is a great card to play. All of this blood. All of it. All of the cheese. Yes, super cheese. Yes, all the cheese. All of the cheese. There's something terrifying happening in that fish tank. No, it's just the food falling down. He's just not eating fast enough, and you're getting the light, so it looks like a disco situation. It's fine. Everything's fine. Yes. New York place next to a Chicago place next to a Detroit place. New York would be my last chance every time. Exactly. Okay. All of it. All of the cheese. Chicago Jeep dish is really all about the cheese. No. Because, like, okay, if you have this much space to fill, right? Like, this is the thickness of your pizza. That is also the thickness of a Detroit-style pizza. Difference is, this much of Detroit-style pizza is crust, and then toppings. Crust, toppings. Crust, toppings. Right? Crust, top. It's right about there, right? Whereas Chicago is like crust, toppings. And now you have a thoroughly constipatable amount of cheese in order to make that pizza work. Like, just to fill it. Otherwise, you're going to end up with, like, that weird wing on the side of it, and it's going to look like that kid who went to your high school who had a Honda Civic with a giant wing on the back of it, and you were like, buddy, it's a Honda Civic, you know? Okay. It's under the sauce. I want to be constipated to keep the pizza longer. Do you taste it in your colon? Let me ask you. Toppings, by definition, should be on top. Definitely the amount of cheese that I want. No, but then there's also like mushrooms and sausage and blah, 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 and that's all in there. But the crust is garbage. I am a crust girl. I am a crusty, reluctant ASMR streamer or something. Reluctantly sexy ASMR streamer? Something. I don't remember what Bonfire said. Add crusty to whatever he said. Detroit style is able to withstand 5+ toppings easily. Easily! Speaking of flour, who's taking care of Elaine while you're on vacation? I mentioned that. I fed her and put her in the fridge just now, or yesterday, after I made the starter for the dough, the poolish, for the pizza. I'll probably feed her once while we're gone, and then she should be fine for a week while we're gone. Crusty ASMR streamer. That's me. That's me. Did I tell you that Dolly tried to kill me when I opened her the other day? She did. She full on tried to kill me. It was scary. The pressure built up in there was like, it popped off. And Chicago crust is either lacking in flavor or overshadowed by all else, so it seems bland. It is lacking in flavor. It's a flippin' cracker. They've put it's not good. I can't even talk about it anymore. It's making me just angry. Whoa, hello. Hey, you're at a 10 and you're at a 2. Relax, little guy. Relax. Take it down a notch. Goodness gracious. Oh, man. So I went to Daniela's house today to return her backpack that I found at church because she had left it there. And we went across the street to her neighbor who has chickens in their yard. They were the floofiest little girls. So floofy. Like a good chicken looks like a sideways D with a head. Like a big fat D, capital D. Like that, like the flat back, big floof little head. Oh my gosh, they were so perfect. I'll feed her once we're gone. Katie revealing her teleportation suit. I'll feed her once before we're gone, is what I said. Oh, hello.
Hello, I heard you needed me.
Well, the chat misses Mary. Hello. How's your day?
Hello.
What were you guys doing outside?
We were at the park.
Did you go on the swings? Did you climb something?
Yep.
Did you climb up?
Oh. See, you guys wanted this chat? Is this what you want? Hey, Catbot.
Hey, Duco.
So I was talking to this guy at the park. His name's Ryan.
Ryan.
And
Miss Jessie's Ryan?
No, different Ryan. He lives in the like a couple streets down from Mike.
Uh-huh.
And he said
Oh my gosh, she's so tired.
that I know.
There's a kid meal in there. She can
He said that he works for a company that is in the health industry, but he works a desk job for them. They're like an insurance kind of service company.
Okay.
Anyway, he's going to send me some information about some jobs to think about, and his wife is from Detroit, and I said you might have an extra pizza.
Sorry.
So yada yada, we were talking.
Did you tell him I'm a Lions fan?
No, because we only had so much time.
Yay! Yay!
But, yeah.
Pizza.
I told him, I just dripped green juice everywhere. I told him that, you might have an extra pizza, so we might give one of those away.
A whole pizza?
I said maybe, I don't know. I said nothing would make my wife happier than giving a pizza to a person from Detroit.
But it's my pizza.
I said nothing would make you happier.
It's not true. You know what would make me happier? Eating a pizza.
True. Hey, Cybers. Hey, Cheese.
Cyrus has been subbed for like 400
Dude,
years.
Cyrus is an
34
OG.
months. Louise, she's using 2 bags of cheese on these pizzas. I love and hate it when my wife volunteers a pizza to someone. The pressure. I know, right? Plus, I'm already half drunk.
Oh,
She's wearing a white shirt. This dough takes 2 days, be a golem. I can't just throw out a dough. Minimum 2 days. She needs to take her shirt off.
well,
means she can't
do
be
that
on stream.
No, she can't. Here, why don't we have the green beans?
Beans? Food? Rather die, thanks.
I thought you were hungry.
She doesn't seem hungry. One of my customers is Palermo's in Milwaukee. They give each employee 20 pizzas a month as a perk. What? No matter what department.
You little rat.
What are you doing? She doesn't want to eat that. High five? She doesn't want to give a high five either. Decidedly not.
See, isn't it good? Mm-hmm.
She wanted to stay at my house for lasagna that she would have eaten. See?
Ryan
Danielle was making
was from
lasagna.
Anderson. Do you know Ryan? He doesn't live there anymore.
Do you think she knows everyone from Anderson?
I don't know. Just maybe. You know Ryan?
I have. Pro Air. How do I get one of these pizzas? But you will have 2 pizzas, Katie. That's 1 more pizza than you need. And they have no pizzas, so that second pizza properly belongs to them, according to some Twitter person or other that I think I heard that I heard somewhere. That's according to St. Basil, you monster. Who apparently is the
You
best.
always say if you have 2 pizzas,
you have 2
have
of
to
something-
give one away.
Danielle, he thinks you know the guy that he met in the park because that guy's from Anderson. Because you know everyone from Anderson.
Right. Okay. You just
That
ready?
pizza is the rightful property of many people, technically,
Joey.
who are hungry, not necessarily who don't have a pizza. What about if you give away half a pizza? How many people are in this house?
Him, his wife, and a daughter.
So a half a pizza would be enough pizza?
He's probably gonna go order Papa John's or something. I don't know.
Well, why are you threatening me with giving away my pizza then?
Well, I told him. But you know how people are. You tell them, literally, I'll give you a pizza. And then,
Did you get his number?
yeah.
St. Basil, you put basil on your pizza. Coincidence? I think not. Ugh. I am the Queen of Anderson, who knows none of her peasants. Danielle is the Queen of Anderson. Okay, then.
All right. Well, chat, I know you love Mary and love seeing her, but hey, what's up? What's up, Nancy? She's clearly wanting to go shower.
Right. Clearly.
But I'll be back once she's done.
I'm clearly not wanting to share my pizza
Look at that
with
face.
strangers.
Look at that face.
She's so seepy. She's got a seepy face. Is the storm coming in causing crazy winds up in Indy?
Yeah.
Yes. It's been so windy all day today. I'm sure a shower is what she wants. She loves showers. We have very weird kids. Well, the last two anyway, who didn't really take baths as children. Like, their first exposure to being clean was being thrown into the shower with their parents. Because lazy parenting is where it's at. And having to run a bath and, like, get a baby holding apparatus is a whole thing. And you can just hand it to your partner while they're in the shower. Are you sending this to that guy?
Maybe.
Do you have his phone number?
Yeah.
All I have is pepperoni and cheese. What are you doing? Get out of here.
I'm documenting.
Is he still at the park?
No, he just went home.
That's one of these down. Wait, cheese first? Yeah, on Detroit style, you put the sauce on the top. Not like a Chicago style. You put it in, like, little globs on top. Just trust me, it's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. You've sent a man to the house for pizza?
No, I'm just saying.
I don't talk to men. Other than you guys. I definitely prefer the company of women, though. Given the opportunity. Like, if somebody was like, would you like to hang out with me or with a bunch of women? I would be like, women, please. Let's see what other kinds of cheese I have in here that I need to get rid of. Yep, trust the process. Way to go! Thank you. Men tend to try and sell her extermination services. That's true, but women always try to sell me their religion, so, you know. And sometimes I'm buying, but not their religion, other religions. They're like, hey, would you like to be a Mormon? I'm like, close. Should cover your shoulders before you see a strange man. Be a golem! Oh my gosh. Daniela, can you please tell me that I don't look trampy? Because the internet is leading me to believe that, like, I have way too many shoulders out right now, and that there are men lusting left and right, and that I should probably go to confession / you know, a brothel where I fit in better. Emily just sold her some groceries. What? Oh. I mean, that's how she became my friend? That's true. I'm adding miscellaneous other cheese because I just need to get rid of all of this out of my fridge before I leave. Daniela, if you come to my house while I'm out of town, can you please eat anything you find in there? Thanks. This is some stinky cheese, man. I mean Luis's, but earlier may have caused more lusting, to be fair. What? All the important bits are covered, right? All of the important bits are covered. Oh, Luis's butt earlier. That makes more sense. That's why I was like, what are you talking about? That sentence isn't even there. You look good tonight. Hey, NC, thank you. I'm wearing a t-shirt that is more summertime appropriate. It was a nice day out today. I'm sorry, but in the summertime, sometimes I wear tank tops when I'm not, like, massively just recently pregnant. Okay, I got the cupperonis. The cupping pepperonis. These are not the good ones that Cheese Pizza has access to, but I do the best that I can. Whoa. Yes? Oh, you know, I meant to do this on half because my kids are always whining that they want a cheese pizza. Jute. There, I've extra pepperoni this side. Sorry, I felt like I needed it. It was warmer here minus the rain and the fact that there's still snow on the ground. Nice. The warmer is nice. Those are pretty good though. Yeah, thanks. I wish that I had all of the things that cheese has. All the skills. Alexa, set a timer for 12 minutes.
12 minutes. Starting now.
Starting now. You got that guy's phone number? Luis just asked for guys' phone number in the park. Luis is... It's a... Oh, to have the confidence of a Luis, you know? I would like to be as confident as he is. Sometimes I am. There are some days where, like, I can approach people and be like, look, I think we should be friends. Let's be friends. Give me your phone number. Which is what I did to Emily. And she was like, you have level 10 social skills. I was like, how many levels are there? No spices or herbs. It's for children, Hunt Beer. Who cares what they want? Also, there will be sauce on the top, which has spices and herbs in it. What's confidence? It's this thing that sexy people have. So if you're hot enough, you can just walk up to people and be like, hey, I'm hot. You probably want my phone number. Can I give it to you? And that works because you're hot, and they do. This is what Luis has had going on his whole life. Works even with men. It's very strange. Like, they have no same-sex attractions whatsoever, but Luis can walk up and be like, hey, I'm hot. Would you like to be my friend? And they're like, yeah, pretty much. You smell nice, too. It's really weird. Trading out the van window and asking strange men about jobs and asking for their number. This is exactly what it is. Neapolitan pizza. Max Peck, this type will cup up and make grease pools. Yes. Oh, sorry. That's what's special about the pepperoni. Sorry, I missed that part. Also, when did pepperoni get so expensive? When everything else got expensive. Have you been to the grocery store lately? You basically have to hand over your firstborn child. Confident is sexy. Confidence makes sexy. To be fair, it sounded like the guy was trying to recruit Luis for his company. So it sounds like a two-way thing. Do you think that Ryan is hot? Is that what you're speculating? We should invite him over. Did Luis tell him the stream? Ryan, are you here? All sausage products spiked in price. Did pigs get fancy? Luis is the kind of guy that'll just walk and say, hi, would you like me to tutor you in Spanish? I don't speak Spanish, but whatever. This is true. That reminds me of Robin on Peloton always says, what does she say? Modifications are boundaries and boundaries are sexy. And you're like, I don't even know what that means, but I like where your head's at. I think it's more distribution and processing challenges. Oh, because of the stupid ship in the Suez Canal? Probably. And offer his wife's pizza. That's true. Does Luis speak Spanish? No. The price of crust rose as well. Ah! Mr. Hannah! Mr. Hannah. May I call you Mr. Hannah? I know your name says Puzzled Antique. I can read that. I can read it. I know how to read. But I don't, you may not know this about me, but I don't actually read anyone's name so much as like I recognize the shape of their name and associate it with the personality that I have given them after years of interacting with them on chat. So like when I see your name, I think Hannah's dad. And I can't get my brain to read your name or say anything other than Hannah's dad. So you're getting Hannah's dadded in my head all the time. I'm sorry about that. Mr. Hannah. Exactly. Yeah. Offer his wife's pizza. This is true. I think it's, I already read that. The Hormel here was the wrong price until the recent shortage. It went up $3 for the bag and was $6.80. Oh, that was only $4. I think $3.80, $3.98, something like that. To be associated with Hannah in any way is an honor. Mr. Hannah Sr. Or are you saying I should call him Mr. Hannah Sir? Because that's funny too. That reminds me of a thing I saw on Facebook today that made my brain hurt. Made my brain kind of itch a little. Itchy brain syndrome. What? Okay. No, I clicked on something and now I can't. All of our men's Skechers shoes went up in price at work, and then I got 6,000 shoes over a 2-week span. What? So your supply went up and your price went up? Because that usually goes the other way. That's not how scarcity works. What kind of wine are you drinking? Crappy Red. My favorite one. A sweet Shiraz.
Mommy, I think I found the dumbest song ever.
The dumbest song ever?
Dumbest.
Okay, what is it?
It's kind of inappropriate. It's a
That's twice you've been wrong, Max. Twice. You're not paying close attention anymore. One of these days, you're going to come in and be shooting straight whiskey. Then what are you going to do?
It's not very bad, but it's not clean.
What song is it?
Okay, that's clean. The bottle for that.
That's not a bottle. That's a sippy cup, honey. Those are totally different.
Oh, bottom.
Is it clean?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, is there a lid up in here that's clean?
I'm gonna try this real
Okay,
quick.
because most of the reason she wants a bottle has nothing to do with just wanting a liquid and everything to do with wanting to suck on something.
Can I whisper it to you, Mom?
What?
Can I whisper it to you?
Can you whisper the name of the song?
Yeah.
Sure.
Get me to bed now.
Who wrote that song?
I don't know.
That seems like a terrible idea.
It's so funny. I told Micah about it.
Where did you hear about that song?
I was just vibing in the kitchen, and then I asked Alexa to play that. And
Where did you hear about it to ask her to play that?
I just said, Alexa.
You just picked two random words and it happened to be those and that was a song?
No, I got out the detachable.
You don't need to do that.
I didn't
So
say.
you just asked her about the second thing?
Yeah, I just said that. I just said.
What were you hoping she would do?
I don't know.
I have concerns.
I don't know why you said it.
Do you have a lid to that? Yeah, you do. Okay, bye.
I don't like this singing it.
Merritt's new favorite song, Detachable Penis, which he learned about by asking Alexa to play just penis. And apparently she came up with Detachable Penis. I don't know. Hi, all a guy can do is play the odds. It's fair enough. It's not all... I poured it on stream, man. It's not all inflation, don't forget, pure unadulterated post-criminal corporate greed. Oh, I believe. Here's the thing. We live in a society that has this very deep, like, left-right divide, and the right wants you to believe that it is all inflation caused by the president, and the right wants you to believe that it's all corporate greed caused by, I don't know, the previous president? I'm not even sure. Corporations? Question mark? Not sure. Anywho, either way, I don't believe either of them. I think it's a good combination of all factors. I choose to believe it was the ship in the Suez Canal. It's less controversial, and everyone found it delightful. Right? Like, Cyrus, what was he hoping she would play? That's my main concern. Like, what were you thinking was going to come up? Bye, I'll have to make a house call to finish up someone's migration to the new MacBook Pro. Thanks for the chat. I have to buy... Can I say something super controversial? You can, but if it's mean, I might be mad at you. So there's that. Is it about detachable penis?
Oh my god. What is with your children?
I gotta head up way past my bedtime. Bye, Gollum.
Bye, Colin. Hey, Bonnie.
Filthy Canadian oil. What are you people doing?
I'm not saying I've heard that song, but I've heard that song.
Father Josh.
Merritt just tried to get me to listen to it, and I said,
Father Josh has heard detachable penis. Bam! Was it at your ordination? Like, was it your first dance song between you and ordination? Which is a thing that happens in reality and not made up at all.
smells good down here.
Does it smell like pizza? Ooh.
Mmm.
We getting there. We getting there, boys. False Christians are the reason greed exists and why some laws are backwards. That would tend to imply that greed didn't exist before 33 AD. And I don't think that's accurate. I'm pretty sure greed has existed since the dawn of time. It's a song by an avant-garde band, King Missile. It was the first single from the band's 1992 album, Happy Hour, and it became a modest hit, reaching number 25 on the Billboard Modern Rock Hits chart. I like that he's put quotes where detachable penis would be. Hey, Father Josh, thank you so much for your 26-month resub. That is crazy. I appreciate you. A friend sent it as a joke a couple years back. Sent a detachable penis or the song?
Hey, dragon.
Good evening, Dracarys. How are you?
Drogon.
Drogon Dracarys, which is the name of two of Daenerys Targaryen's dragons.
Is it the one that,
Not the two that die. Maybe they are, actually. Viserys? I think Viserys died, and the other ones didn't. Yes. The story of the song is interesting. He had to buy it back. The song. Father Josh was not mailed a detachable penis, which goes by other names in less scrupulous circles.
yeah, spoiler immortal. Jeez, I haven't even heard the song yet.
The story of the song is interesting.
What's
Wait,
that?
when he says story of the song, I'm thinking that like it's a song that tells a story, like the night the lights went out in Georgia,
Maybe it does.
and then he had to buy it back.
Have you heard the song?
He had to buy back a detachable penis?
Apparently.
Like he pawned it?
I don't know the story, but we should listen to the song.
I
Find
can't
out.
listen to the song. DCMA. And you know
Let's
that
listen
the
to it on
King
mute.
Missile Wedding's Empress. He's Empress.
Wow.
There's just not enough circumcisions jokes in the world. There's really not. Oh, I gotta take that pizza out before it burns.
Yeah.
Can you hand me one of those grab nabbers? Actually, there's one over here. We're good. This is the children's pizza. It's like one of these didn't cup. A couple of them.
They cupped
See this?
backwards.
They cupped backwards.
They domed.
Yeah. Hunt beer. All this talk reminds me of another song, Coin Operated Boy. Wait, is that by the Dresden Dolls? Coin Operated Boy. Is that song? Am I thinking of the right song? Do I know that
How
song?
many other songs could there be with the words coin operated boy?
Yes. It's an obscure song. I'm surprised he mentioned it. It's very obscure.
Now that's a pizza.
Alexa, stop. I went through a Dresden Dolls phase where I listened to the song Girl Anachronism like 80 bajillion times.
Girl in Akron?
I am a girl anachronism. Yep. I couldn't sing it for you now because I've kind of forgotten it because it was in college that I listened to that. Is that even still a band? That's throwback. Pod, now that's a pizza. It is. It has to be sauced though. Okay, I hear butter frying that crust sounds delicious. It's oil, but
shh.
yeah.
Hold on. Shh. Joy, shh.
There you go. One of my music streamers sings that song. Oh, that's interesting. That's a very obscure song, Max. Very obscure. Not that I expected anything less from Max Christopher Peck.
So crusty. What are you looking for? Scoopy Doopy?
Scrapey Davy, yeah, something.
Here, there's one right here. What's this one?
I plan on using the, what's it called? But I need one of my pointier removal apparatuses, and it is generally my process to use the offset spatula to remove it.
This one here?
No, that is the worst one. No. Absolutely not.
This one here.
Yeah, that one. This is much better. So crusty. Yes.
Is Grumpy Old Man here?
Grubby old man, he was here earlier. Here, I'm gonna put this out so that we can put this on there so that it doesn't get all sweaty.
Grease MSR.
I want to be able to move the pizza to that location after. So what I'll do is I'll take it out of here, put it on here. You can remove these guys, and we'll slide everything to the left. Okay?
I literally don't know what you're talking about.
I'm gonna move this to here.
Uh-huh.
We're gonna cut the pizza. Slide everything to the left. Like once I take this off, you can grab these, Move everything to the left, and then we'll move the pizza over there and then sauce it so that the bottom of the crust doesn't start to get sweaty from being in direct contact with the board. See what I mean? That was... Max, you've blown my mind right now. That is a tremendous looking pizza. It is. It's tremendous. Did you want to see its butt?
Honey, you can't just show its butt like that.
Oh, I did.
Okay, Grumpy Old Man's here. Good. Just show.
Why? What did you want to tell him?
Well, we have the date tonight. Him and I.
Have you told your new best friend Ryan about the pizza?
No.
Does he want it?
I don't know. It might have made him uncomfortable.
Because you texted him about pizza? If he's the kind of man who gets uncomfortable because another man shows him his sausage in the middle of a stream, then I just don't know how to help him, you know? We don't need friends like that. Ugh. I'm gonna knock this wine bottle over.
Oh, yeah.
It's off center, but it'll be fine.
No, Grumpy Old Man, I do want to. I think it'll energize me.
Middle of the night.
I like working out for energy. Like, Katie's the opposite. She works out and she gets tired. I work out and I feel like a man.
With a lightsaber! Name of those guys.
Oh.
This is a little thinner than I usually have it. Didn't reduce
Are you
as
doing
much.
individual saucings?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
I'm only gonna sauce half of it too, because half of your kids hate it.
Then it's just cheese bread.
That's true.
Hello, Joey. You're not allowed to have pizza.
He said, "Hello, Joey." Alexa, make an announcement.
Interesting.
Alexa, make an announcement.
No, cancel.
What's the announcement?
Cancel that.
Oh, baby.
Canceling.
Oh, jeez.
Sorry, I forgot. Go get your kids and tell them that there's pizza.
Pizza.
This is the traditional ways of the old gods of Detroit. Sornai. The Detroit style pizza. It is a thing of beauty. I think that Daniela should come over and have some pizza. And Nicole. And the rest of this bottle of wine. It'll be great. Everything's fine. And I also think you shouldn't go to work tomorrow. Yeah. Luis, have you experienced buildless forkneck? He has.
Mom,
Me. Yes, darling.
your kid has problems.
Which? I have 5.
Mary.
You have problems too.
Detachable penis. My favorite song.
Yes, everyone's favorite song is Detachable Penis. Grab a plate and a slice or 2 of pizza.
Sounds a banger.
All right, Mary. that's
These
enough.
4 are cheese, these 4 are pepperoni.
I want cheese. Detachable.
That is drippy.
One
Look at the
made a
drip.
song called Winnie.
It's grease, my friend. Grease.
So drippy.
Okay, go sit down. Where are the girls?
Maggie's at Edge.
Edgedy.
Millie's coming inside right now. No, I just got her. Please sit down.
Okay, Luis, have you experienced buildless Fortnite yet?
Once. I played it once for like 20 minutes and then...
With me.
Yeah, Katie didn't want to play any longer, so I
And then
stopped
I didn't
playing.
want to play anymore.
We're gonna wash.
Is it good? Bad?
Pepperoni.
No, terrible. Fortnite's coming back next week.
Millie, would you like pepperoni or cheese?
Where did you get that chapstick?
My backpack.
No.
Yes, I swear. Poison. This is my chapstick.
What do you want? Pepperoni?
If it was in my purse, I'm gonna beat you.
It wasn't. I swear.
Pepperoni or cheese?
Yeah.
She said, drinking profusely.
Cheese. That looks so weird from here.
Kids these days.
Indeed. Indeed.
You're gonna eat one of those?
Are you gonna give this to Ryan, or is he over it?
It's too late. It's 7:30.
Good. So I can make the other one with no fear of other people eating my pizza?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, good. That's exciting.
So how is everyone doing tonight?
Well, Father Josh is listening to Detachable Penis. At least that's what I took away from that.
I have this one.
Mortal has 60,000 pairs of shoes.
Oh,
Max
yeah.
is listening to the same music that I listened to in college. Next, he's going to tell me he's like a big Rilo Kiley fan.
I don't even know who that is.
Does he love you? Does he love you?
It's a good morality tale.
Hold your tiny face in his hands. I guess it's spring. I didn't know. It's always 75 with no melting.